Hi, third graders. This is our grammar lesson for lesson 27, the power of magnets. So this week is all about contractions with not and contractions with pronouns. So you can put together two words and make a contraction, as we know. An apostrophe takes the place of any letter or letters that are left out. Many contractions combine a verb with the word not. The contraction won't is special. You form it from the words will not and change the spelling. So instead of saying willn't, we change that one to won't. And our example says, it is not always easy to invent something. So is not, we would take out that O and we would change it to isn't. And where that O was is where our apostrophe goes. So we always know where the apostrophe goes because that's where the missing letter used to be. So when we take out that O, we know to replace it with the apostrophe. So then our second example is Michael Faraday was not afraid to try something new. We're taking out that O and we're replacing it with our apostrophe when we make the word wasn't. Michael Faraday wasn't afraid to try something new. And it says, which verb am I putting together with the word not? Which letter should I leave out and replace with an apostrophe? So in that first example, the verb that we put with the word not was is. And in the second example, the verb is was. Did you see what I did there? Okay, so number 1 says, electromagnets blank work unless they are turned on. And our directions tell us use an apostrophe in place of the underlined letter or letters. So the words in the parentheses are do not, and then the O is underlined. So they are actually telling us exactly where that apostrophe goes. So we know that when we put together the words do not and we make the word don't, we're going to put that apostrophe right where the O used to be. Okay. Number 2, the magnet in the poem, and it's does not are our words in parentheses. So we're going to make that into doesn't, and we're going to take out the O, and that is where the apostrophe goes. No, I don't want it to be a capital. There we go. Number 3, a computer's hard drive blank work correctly without an electromagnet. Will not, we know, is our special one, remember? So we are going to totally change how we spell that one, and we're going to make it won't. And the apostrophe goes right in between the N and the T. All right, number 4, we blank aware that doorbells use electromagnets. And our words are were not. So we're going to put those two together and make the word weren't. And of course, the apostrophe goes right in between the N and the T where that O used to be. Okay, number 5, a blow dryer also blank work without an electromagnet. Our words are would not. So we're going to put those two together to make the word wouldn't. And we know that the apostrophe goes in between the N and the T. Okay, number 6, the poem's speaker blank been allowed to make her brother disappear. Our words are has not, so we're going to make the word hasn't. And we know the apostrophe goes right where that O used to be. Number 7, I blank see a magnetic field, but I know it exists. And we have cannot. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually take out the N and the O to make the word can't. And then our apostrophe is going to go where they used to be, the N and the O. And number 8, I blank believe all the things magnets do. And our words are could not. So we're going to put those together and make the word couldn't. And our apostrophe goes right where that O used to be. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at in this lesson is making contractions with pronouns. Remember, guys, pronouns are those little words that we can use to replace the subject in our sentence. So if the subject were the students, for example, we could replace the students with they, right? So the example says, she says that she is working on a project. So the pronoun there would be she, and then we're going to combine that with the verb is. When we do that, we take out the I and the apostrophe goes where the I used to be. So she says that she's working on a project. Notice we took out that I, we put the she and the is together without the I, and that's where our apostrophe goes. The second one says, we will see if it turns out. We is our pronoun, will is our verb. When we put them together, we take out the WI, and that's where our apostrophe goes. Okay, number 1. We're going to look at our words in parentheses, and we're going to put our apostrophe in place of the letters that are underlined. So instead of saying it will be exciting to find out if the experiment works, we're going to put that together as it'll, like it'll be exciting. Okay, so that would be IT apostrophe LL because we took out that WI, so that's right where the apostrophe goes. Okay, number 2, we have. We're going to put those together and make the word weave. So we are going to put the apostrophe right where the H and the A used to be. So it's now, we've read a lot about experiments with magnets, which we have. All right. Number 3, make sure you are. We're going to put those together and take out that A, and that's where our apostrophe goes. Make sure you're ready for the science fair. Number 4, I am. We're going to take out that A and turn that into I'm. So of course our apostrophe goes right where the A was. I'm going to enter the science fair too. Number 5, they will. Instead of they will, we're going to say they'll. So we're going to take out that WI, and that's right where our apostrophe goes. They'll judge whose project is the best. Number 6, it is going to be competitive. We're going to turn that into its. So IT apostrophe S, because we took out that I that was right there. Number 7, we have is going to turn into weave. And since we're taking out the HA, that will be right where we put the apostrophe. We've almost finished our project. And number 8, she says she will. We're going to turn that into she'll. So we're going to take out the WI, and that's where our apostrophe goes. She says she'll enter the science fair next year. Okay, guys, so the page that you're going to do is going to look like this, and it's going to be exactly what we just did on the other 2 pages. So the top part is our verb and the word not, and they've got the O underlined each time, so you know that when you put them together, that's where your apostrophe is going to go. And then the bottom part is going to be our pronouns with a verb. And same thing that we just did, you're going to put your apostrophe right where the underlined letter used to be. All right, that is our grammar lesson for the power of magnets, lesson 27. I will see you soon, guys.